This is what it's like to stay at the Club Quarters Hotel, Trafalgar Square in central London. In this video, I'm going to show you around the hotel, show you around the Queen Room right here, share with you my pros and cons, let you know whether you should consider staying here or not. All right, let's go. The Club Quarters Hotel Trafalgar Square actually is like two hotels in one building. Club Quarters on the upper floors and the Grand at Trafalgar Square on the lower floors. It's in a 9-story building that's conveniently very centrally located in London, just a half block from Trafalgar Square, often considered the center of London, at least when they measure distances. Quite near the National Gallery. It is also very close if you're taking the tube. You'll find that just to be about a 2-minute walk from the Charing Cross station and just about a 5-minute walk from the Embankment station. So you can easily get around from these major stations to most of London without having to take many connections. If you're coming in and out of Waterloo train station, it's about a 20-minute walk to get there, which is the biggest and busiest train station in all of the United Kingdom. If you're looking for a supermarket, good news, you'll find one just on the same block as the hotel. There's a little Tesco Express for all your food conveniences. Now, as you enter into the hotel, into the lobby, there looks like there's like 2 check-in areas, one for the Grand and one for the Club Quarters. Turns out they're really the same desk, so you can approach either one. Also in the lobby is the hotel restaurant, Boyd's. They serve the buffet breakfast here, which is like a really expensive £25 plus like service charge. It works out to be about $30 all said and done. And honestly, I feel like those are highway robbery prices for what they serve. On the back side of the check-in area is the living room. This is like a lounge that's open to all guests. You have to use your key card to get in. There's some nice comfy seats, and there's complimentary tea and coffee here available all day. Now going 1 ground below ground. And in the basement, or what they call the club level, they have the fitness center. Actually, they call this a fitness room because that's really all about it is. It's technically 2 rooms with a few treadmills, a few bikes, really quite small. I do like the mirrors on all of the walls, though. No windows, since we're subterranean. And I will say this club level, the basement, it does look like there's actually rooms down here. I wouldn't want a room on this floor. It smells kind of a little moldy and musty down here. That's what you get when you're below ground. Oh, I want to go up. All right, here we go. On the 3rd floor, there's also a laundry room. It's got 1 washer and 1 dryer, completely complimentary. No coins, no credit cards, no nothing. And over here, you'll also find a microwave with some silverware and some plates. This is an odd little room. It's the food nook and clothes nook with the chair, so you can sit and watch your laundry. Oh, and someone who really appreciates cold water and ice, I really enjoy this. On every guest room floor, they have an ice dispenser and a water dispenser and empty water bottles right here that you can fill up at the water dispenser. That's pretty cool because you can get 1 bottle, use it your whole stay, and save some plastic. Also, each floor has a guest request locker. What's in here? Well, if you need toothbrushes, shower caps, shaving kits, earplugs, nail files, mouthwash, don't mind if I do, some more tea, some milk to go with your tea or coffee, and some sugar. Now that we've seen everything around the hotel, let's check out the inside of one of the rooms. This is room 606, a queen room up on the 6th floor. Come on in, let me show you around. It's a small room, so this won't be a long tour. We've got a big queen bed right here, but one of the things I really like about this room is how tall the ceilings are. Big, tall ceilings, big, tall window makes the room feel very bright and airy, even though the room is small. All right, so in the room tour, next to the bed, we've got the air conditioning right there. We've got the UK power plugs and some USB-A charging ports. We've got tissue built right into the thing here, which has a little loose cover. Let's get that fixed. It's funny, it's actually, that nightstand is on wheels, so I guess you could wheel it around if you want to. What's in there? Nothing. Interesting little purple chair on the side right here. We've got the closet that we'll take a look at in just a second. Next to it, on the other nightstand, which is a floating nightstand over here, we have a clock back here. I like hotel rooms that still have clocks. So many hotels have gotten rid of clocks. We have a window, which appears like it might open. We'll try that later, and I'll let you know. What do we see out in my room? I asked for a quiet room, so I'm facing the back right here. So nice and quiet, though not a great view, because quiet rooms usually don't have great views. Coming into the room, we've got a television on the wall over here, a little place to put your luggage. We've got a little floating desk over here, and a little thing to tell you about the Nespresso coffee machine that's in here and some English breakfast tea. We have the mini bar of sorts right here. These all cost some extra money. And then just down below, we have a mini fridge in the room for your drinks or whatever you might want to keep in there. Interesting lamp right here that's on this kind of a moving sort of thing. 3 power plugs right on the desk. Little 3 hangers on the wall. The door we came in through. We'll take a look inside the small closet before we go in the bathroom. What have we got in here? We've got an iron. We've got an ironing board. We've got a yoga mat. We've got some hangers, and we've got the little safe up there on the top. Okay, heading into the bathroom part of the room. In here, we've got a big mirror up here on the wall. Very small sink here on the corner. Elaborate use of space. Trash can built into the shelf down here where they've got the towels. A couple of glasses on this shelf. Little mirror for shaving or makeup. The toilet is a floating sort of toilet right here that is actually angled out to give you a little bit more room so you can sit on that. And then we've got the shower just back here that has these CO Bigelow amenities. It has one single handheld head. And where's the toilet paper? I guess they couldn't fit the toilet paper over on this side, so they put the toilet paper right across the way. Now that we've seen everything around the hotel, it is time for the Topher review. And if you watch my hotel reviews regularly, you'll know I rate hotels on a scale of 1 to 5 Tophers. And so how many Tophers is the Club Quarters Hotel Trafalgar Square going to get? It's going to get 4 Tophers. And now we'll talk about the pros and the cons of why this hotel got 4 Tophers. But before I do that, I want to share with you how much I paid for this hotel, because that brings you into context about the review. So I was here in November of 2024 and paid a rate of £275 per night. Flat, that's all in, that includes taxes, no extra fees, £275, which works out to be about $340 a night. This hotel ranges from about £150 to about £450, depending upon what time of year you're staying here, whether it's busy, whether it's not. If you are planning to stay here, I'd highly recommend you check the rates on my favorite new hotel booking website, planin.com. They offer some really good insider deals, and I found room rates here to be up to 30% off the published rates. You do have to sign up to Plan-In to see those discount rates, but it's free to sign up, and I got a link in the description below if you do want to check that out. Okay, so now let's go ahead and talk about the pros, and then we'll talk about the cons. I think the first pro is the location itself is truly amazing and fantastic for being a tourist in London. Like Trafalgar Square, the center of everything that is touristy London. From this hotel, you can pretty much walk to most major tourist destinations in London. I mean, maybe if you're going as far as to the Tower of London, you might want to take a tube, but I absolutely walked over there. You can walk over to Buckingham Palace. Like, everything you want to get to, you can walk from here, which will really just save you a lot of getting around time. The fact that there's a supermarket on the corner, also really convenient. The room itself, while it was small, was very well maintained. Everything was clean. Everything was in perfect working order. I love that you could open the window. I loved the fresh air coming in the room. The bed itself was comfortable. The linens were nice and warm. I really enjoyed the ice machine and the water machine and the water bottles that you could fill up. I enjoyed that there was unlimited coffee and tea all day in the living room. I also enjoyed that they had these little guest request lockers that you could get, like mouthwash and combs and everything you didn't have in your room that you might want. They had those amenities available there. So really, I feel the hotel provides everything you need to be a good base for visiting a few days in London. All right, so now let's talk about the cons. The first con, it's small. It's small. The rooms are small, but this goes into the price ratio. They can be cheaper than maybe some of the Marriotts or Hyatts because the rooms here are smaller. The max capacity of these rooms is 2 people, and the room I was in, which was like the standard queen, is 21 square meters. They have the cheaper room that's 18 square meters. That one does not have a desk, so beware if you're booking the cheapest category. If you have more than 2 people, you're going to be out of luck because these rooms are just not big enough to fit more than 2 people. And also related to the room being really small, the bathroom is really small too. Not much counter space, not much space to put things, and the shower also pretty small. Just the whole thing pretty small. I mean, enough. I didn't feel like as cramped as if I'm staying in a central Tokyo hotel, but still pretty small. And while they did provide housekeeping in the room, they only provided housekeeping every other day. I really wish they could get back to daily housekeeping, although the pro on that is the room is so small that there wasn't much housekeeping that needed to be done to it. I don't know if I'd call this a con, but it's something you need to know. There is no parking at this hotel. Pretty typical for central London to have no parking. By that, I don't mean just no self-parking. I mean no valet parking. If you want to park your car, they will point you to the nearest parking lots. There's like a Q Park in like Chinatown and Leicester Square or something. They're like, the closest one is like a 10-minute walk away. So you should just know that if you got a car, probably not super convenient. Oh, and by the way, I forgot to point out this area that I'm sitting in right here. I forgot to include this in the actual hotel tour. This is the second floor lounge. This is another lounge area. There's no coffee or tea in this, but this is an area that overlooks the restaurant that's downstairs. You might hear some like chatter or laughter back there because I'm just up from it in this open balcony, but just another kind of nice hangout area. Since the rooms are so small, you actually might want to spend your time hanging out in one of these lounges. Oh, and the final con, while the room itself had everything I really needed in it, and I liked the room, the ceilings were super tall, I slept well in it, it was quiet, the room wasn't luxurious. It was luxurious by no means, just kind of like basic and functional, but again, I feel like that's baked into the price, which is why I got the 4 Tofers for the price point, and so I should also qualify when you're like, but Chris, I don't know, £275 or $350, that seems expensive. Compare that to the Marriott County Hall, which is one of my favorite hotels in London, which is just across the Thames River from here. The same week I was here, that was going for £600, so more than twice as much as this one. Okay, so the question is, would I stay here again? And if I was coming, particularly as a single person to London, I wanted to be in the center of it all, and the prices here were £300 or below, I think I absolutely would stay here again. If I had more people with me, definitely consider someplace else, particularly if I had 3 people with me, because we just simply wouldn't fit in one of these rooms. Also, if I was going to be here maybe for a week, I might want something a little bit bigger and a little bit more luxurious, but if you're just in London for about 3 days with 1 or 2 people, you don't need all that much in your room, and you want to be in the center of the city, this is going to be your spot. Well, fellow explorers, if you enjoyed this review, you might enjoy some more of my videos on London. You can check out my London travel guide right here, or you can check out my reviews of some of my other favorite hotels, the Marriott County Hall and the Marriott Park Lane, or you might enjoy my London scams video to keep you safe when you come to London. Links also in the description below. As usual, I won't say goodbye because I'll see you in one of those videos.